Good morning. Hope the sounds were good. Gonna get me something to drink quickly and be right there. Monday morning. And we're back at it again. Now, what a beautiful Orbiest last week it was. Was about time. So we had a pre-session actually here. That was the 8 o'clock candle, and we actually jumped in, and the totality was almost 3R. I said we could come to that hourly low. I believe that was. It actually hit my TP quite beautiful. So Uphill made some nice profits of it. I believe it was somewhere here. Was a different candle as I seen. I believe this wick made my TP, but I can't say directly where it was again. No, I didn't take it. Of course, I said I was waiting for another opportunity until we have swept session lows, and I took this one up. I took one from here up to an ILM, about a 2R. I took one more here. The one on New York-based session, I got swept one time, and afterwards I had it correct. So what did I see? The session was swept. So first session was swept here. I wanted to start it already, so I jumped in here somewhere, put my stops at the low. No, wait, what was the other one? Let me go back to it. There was no entry here, so this was actually the one that I jumped in. So I wanted to put my stops at the low, and I thought it was going to rally. It stopped me out. I actually jumped practically immediately back in. I believe this candle was it. So this was the candle I jumped in. This one here. When this wick came back down and I started to rally further up, I took my entry and I took it to a 2R. Actually, I could have let it run the whole day. I was beautiful rally. Did not even came back close to me. I believe I already jumped out somewhere around this candle here. It was way too much screen time last week for me while I was testing everything live. It was quite exhausting, I must say. So I do not recommend for anybody that actually is new in trading to do 2 sessions, mainly 2 hours after each other. Screen time is actually more than enough. If you want to become a very profitable trader, less screen time is actually better. So now I did see that we had a huge daily opening gap today. So the markets look very bullish. That's something that we definitely all know already. Oh, this is that huge gap. We probably will get this filled up today if the market wants to do a little bit lower. If not, yeah, the only thing that we can do is rally up. So in any good retracement or small retracement that we have, I actually would say continue higher. I would definitely not suggest to short any of this. We actually can. It's not possible to short, of course. if you have a nice inversion after a sweep of liquidity and then see a huge drop, of course, that's always possible, but I would recommend to long anything. So anything that we have like in an hourly retracement, say that we have somewhere retracement into this EFG, or just here, see a small ILM moving back up, I would just long to 3,600, 23.6. Yeah, that would be the next target for me. So this would be always the even numbers. That's something special with people in even numbers. How was everybody's weekend? Mine was very busy. Almost complete with the course. Do enjoy making it. Let's take a look if we have any kind of news coming up today. So the main things you actually always need to do is be aware if there is news when you start trading. I told myself I would not trade London for a while, so I will stream it and help you all make the gainings that's needed. But personally, I will not trade it. The reason why is I'm going live in the afternoon session too, and like I said, 3-4 hours screen time a day is actually the maximum that I want to do at this point. Otherwise, I get myself way too absorbed in the screen. Let me say it like that. I feel myself absorbed, like I couldn't do anything else than just watch candles grow. I'm not here to do this every day, 4 hours, 6 hours a day. It's not worth it. But definitely, if I can find any good entries for all of you, I will. I know not everybody can see the afternoon sessions, so I will stream it live from now on in my own Discord, the afternoon session. So anybody that wants to jump in and follow along, you're more than welcome. Morning, Haggis. The sound is okay, I hope. I've not been brabbling here just to myself for the last 10 minutes. So first outlook, we can see that the market wants more, way more. So this is our daily opening gap. Or weekly new open gap, you can put it like you want to. Doesn't even matter that much. We can set out previous week high has already been taken, so that we took an opening. For the rest, you can just see in this 4 hours movement, this is just continuously going higher. So there's nothing, any small retracement like a candle like this, just enter and long off of it. The probability that you get It's not correct. It's so slim at this point. So any nice retracements back into one of the gaps or taking sweep of liquidity, that's would be a beautiful entry. I hope a few of you guys are trading crypto too. Thank you, Aaron. Because this weekend was a great time to enter some crypto trades. I'm in a few at this point. Sol, I'm longing. Alvax, I'm longing. Caspar, I'm longing. And looking to buy some more gaming coins too very soon. What a candle. Oh, 13 points. Oh, I thought that looked bigger than it was. So if this breaks up to the upside, we probably will hit that immediately to 3,600. A very clear level. We're about 15 points away from it, so that could be a good place where London wants to take us to, and then see an ILM moved back, or see a change in deliveries back to the other side. So this would be actually already TP. So it's a very small range if you have to trade this. So we can trade this. That would be very small range. Let me see if we even get an R out of this. If not, it's not. Whew, not even 1.1. It's very small. And we do have FEGs inside, so because we have an F for value gap inside our range, we should definitely put our stop at the lows. Or at least at this low. I do at least want to get 1.5 out of this before you can say anything good out of it. So that's a bit more than 604. Well, that would be possible. 3 points above. 3-4 points above is actually still doable. But still, the best thing that we can do is be patient and see what the market actually gives us. Oh, I'll show where I'm in at this point. No financial advice, of course, people. So I'm in. Let me share screen. I'm in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 positions at this point, and I'm up to 6%, 50%, 40%. All my positions are up today. So I'm in Sol, Alda, Gala, Gas, Fartcoin, Alvox, and Hype. So you can rewatch it. Not the biggest positions, but they do what they must do. My holdings are bigger than my positions. So I take for longs. This is food money. My holdings are the ones that prevent long-term capital. Still, nobody is talking about the gaming space. So I believe if Alvox starts rallying, then most of the game spaces just beneath it will do very beautiful. It's same like Binance has been going and pumped up, and then we saw again this week. I saw it hugely. I logged it out, but did not remember to take it. That was this one. Well, what a rally! It was cake. I actually set it out. I was a 6R. Look how beautiful they started moving immediately. And just because Binance has moved hugely, cake is like the decentral coin from it. So you see that's like a 60% move. If you did this on leverage, that was a perfect entry. A lot of coins are actually this week and the weekend were perfectly. We had a nice retracement. It's the same for crypto or any other coins. If you want to add to it, just look at the bigger time frames and see after a big retracement, if you get back to that high here and you are already in a position, say that you are, and we come to this high, just add here at this position. Put the stop that if you had a previous low somewhere here and you entered, you saw a retracement, your stop can be put here then. So you're already in profit with this one and you can add some profits again to this trade, put your stop again here and see that you still have a little bit profit left. So you can add to this position and take it to the next. What's the next high? Of course, I will be here somewhere. So around 330, 340, something like this. Maybe 250 would be the next stop. Then we see a small retracement, add again, rally back up, go take it to the next high, and so on. This is how we can add also to crypto positions. It's the same for anything. It's just another view. But don't be patient now to wait until you see the perfect spot for entry, because you won't get it. Just do it. Being patient again, that means that you will have. Yeah, if you're not in crypto right now and you're still waiting to the best entries were about 2 months ago. But if you still want to jump in, you can. We still have about 4 to 6 months. Yeah, 4 or 5 months rally, and then I believe in October, November will be it. If history repeats itself, and it always does actually, there's a big possibility that by November and November probably be in more something different. I would not recommend then be in altcoins. Recommend to do something different, of course. I would love to see this move actually in an hour later, not this hourly. I would prefer to see it actually at 9 because London is not open yet. So Where's the 2 o'clock past? Let me see. Yeah, actually 2 is already kill zone, right? Yeah, so we did sweep actually based session, so if we could any entries up here or and here, we could short this. Stop to the high. What would we take it? Not so far actually. This would be more than enough. It's a 3R, perfectly possible. This is actually something I've been testing out live in the background while all of you were taking the orb last week. I was trying this session out, how to, after a sweep of time-based sessions, see how the market reacts and then follow it lower or follow it in the opposite direction actually. And this is actually a strategy that's very profitable and does it very quickly. But I do prefer it to be after 9, the sweep, and not at 8. I'm not in a trade, by the way, if people were wondering. You have a very tight stop with this, but you get a huge amount of hours. If you want to do it a bit more safe, you need a 15-minute inversion, so that means that this 15 actually needs to close it below here. So it needs to close bodies under this. And then see a 5-minute per value gap being created out of it, like this here. Enter it, stops at a high, I take it lower. If you want to be a bit more conservative. This is very profitable, actually. You do only have a win rate for about 34%, so you have to have a very good mindset for it. But the profits that you make are so big instead of the amount that you give. It's yeah, you don't need. So people that are new to trading, I'm gonna give you some advice at least that's worth listening to. So open up your ears. Trading, you don't need a big amount of percentages that your trade goes correctly. You just need a good mindset to keep taking it. So if you have a strategy, a plan, or an entry model, and you know exactly where to enter and know exactly where to exit it, and you know after just some back testing for say 6 months, a year that you're done, and you know it works, just keep doing it. That's all you need to do. Your brain will tell you so many stories of everything that you already have done. So if a trade goes good the previous time, you will enter with happiness. If it didn't go good, you will enter it with a little bit more this happiness and be a little bit more conservative. But actually, you need to see every trade as a new trade, and it's not easy to do this. And people always start with to learning about chart reading and everything, but actually, people should do it differently. People should first learn to control their mindsets. And the only reason why people have a not good mindset is actually because they are afraid. It's not because they want to overtrade or anything. It's actually because they were afraid. We came up with this last night, or 2 days ago. Me and my wife was talking about it. How the best way for the course to set the mindset courses, and we came up with it that actually the reason why you are afraid is because you don't trust yourself. You don't trust the model. You don't trust yourself, and you don't have full control over the brain. So it's a tool. Your brain, you can use it because it remembers stuff. But it also remembers the good and the not good. And we are actually always been learned to see the not good stuff above the good stuff. It's very special, but we conditioned this way from school off, from everything, of everywhere, actually. Well, if you can actually master your fear and just implement it, you will get the outcome what you want. So it's very easy to do, but it's one tricky thing to get over it. And actually, the only reason or the only way to get over it is by anybody that gives you a strategy, you actually have to test it yourself. I can tell it to you, but that won't help your brain. By adapting to it and making sure that you can implement it yourself constantly. You need to do this by yourself. I can even help you by this. Go to TradeSeller, use the code Casper2024. Yeah, Casper with a C, and you get a month for free. So you can actually do this directly. So this would be the website. You do need to put in your card details, but just erase them directly, so you get a month for free. So it's oh. Go. So go to this website, tradeseller.com app, and just put in the code Casper2024, and you can do this actually here. So you go to create a new session, so backtesting, create a new session, and then just do everything. It will help you. It will definitely help your brain. Did not see this one. So we broke ARP to the downside. We did have an ILM from the upper part, so it's possible this will go very great. So even here, I would say, yeah, I would short this. I would dare to short this. You have to take it all the way up, of course, but target would be Asia system low. Yeah, that would the target be, or maybe halfway. So this would be maybe target 1. We break around constantly. Didn't even see this, what got broken. So yeah, that would be the short of today. This looks good because we had a 15, like I said, we had a 15-minute inversion here. We probably come back up to this 5-minute, just above here somewhere. One tap, and then continue lower. Would be a great trade. I would put the stops all the way at the high because we have 2 5-minutes here. If you're in this, so shorts to 5, 3, get it to 3 would be great. Profit at 1.5, so I would take some profits off at least at 1.5. That would be here. $23,549. Oh, there it is. Put off these sessions. It's getting annoyed now. And then yeah, we can see where it brings it, but it looks good. So we did tap that 1 hour. So I do want to see it go through this, and it probably will come to this next hourly fair value gap then to take some liquidity before it rallies up higher. So that would be TP1 anyways, so that would be great. That's just exactly what TP1 is, so that's a nice indication. The big probability is now that we actually will fall a little bit lower because this 15-minute was hugely down. We unfungled this completely candle, so, and we are almost at that level that I actually wanted to see it go to. So there's no news. We probably just rally to this 15-minute gap here at least. TP1 is around this area, so if it does not have any resistance in this for value gap, we probably move all the way down. Now you can take it to maybe open gap if it wants to tap this one more time. But I would say the low of this 4 hour first and then see what happens. That's quite a nice trade that you can take. So to here, that's 1.5. So you can choose to take some profits here at least. And then we could take it lower. The lowest part, I would take it. Once we get to this for value gap, and we see no retracement at all, we just see a huge fall down. I would definitely put stops back to entry then, because we're now in a 5-minute for value gap. So I do want to see us get pushed under this, so it doesn't hold any value. So even if my brain said we want to go up, and it shows me we go down, we just jump in. We don't think in front of it. We just follow markets. We don't manipulate them or see them anyways. We can only just follow along what the market gives us. So like I said, we do have a probability that we will tap one of these 5 minutes before going lower. So if we do, we have an extra entry model. I'm just setting them out. This is a 5 minutes. So this one needs to breach under this level. If it does, we will definitely fall to this 15-minute FEG just below it. That would be a quick 1 hour and less than 30 minutes. Oh, nice. No, I do not want to see it go back up. We can, like I said, we can tap this, but I do not want to see it move all the way to this upper gap. Then I would probably just definitely get out. If I want to see it, I want to see it tap like this and then immediately bounce off of it. And if we do enter this and we see this again, so that would be the next one. Stops to the high, then take it to the same place. First TP, of course, second TP. That would be if we now tap that 5 minute for value gap and we get below this wick again, that would be the second entry. So I'm putting it ahead on the screen so you know when to enter it. Stops would be then at that wick because this was last liquidity. We will see how high this one goes. So this one actually will show us where our stop should be. And then this stop comes to the same height of this one. Entry with this one, if you enter it when you hit the fair value gap, get a half hour into it because you do it actually before we see the sweep. If you see it, take it afterwards. So say that you take it when we tapped it and we come below this wick again, and we come below this wick again here, then you can enter a full R again, because actually this R should be fully in profit. So it would be zero risk, and this would be then your new R collection that you entered with. Yeah, I'm gonna learn all of you to add to the trades from now on again. I've been neglecting this way too long. So I am in the first one. I will say when I enter the second one too. But I do need that retracement. So without that retracement back into this FEG, there is no entry. So that's the good and not good side. So you cannot enter it just because it drops under here. You need the retracement into some kind of fair value gap or movement back up. I don't want to see it to come too high now, because this was one nice candle for 5 minutes, for 2 minutes, 15. Let's see what this 15 is doing. No, it's still okay. Give it a bit of time. We had 20 minutes to open, so like I said, I'm only in this trade. This one I'm not in. Not yet anyway. I'll tell you when I'll add. No, shorting is not the best option to do here, but yeah. If the model presents itself, we need to follow, of course. So we did not tap it, so if it now comes below it, it's not a valid entry. It does need to tap some kind of a value gap that is created along the way, because this shows us actually it swept some kind of liquidity and it was not strong enough to push back up. So there was still some more sellers in the game that wanted to see a little bit more lower prices before continuing higher. So, and we are trading against the major trend, so always take profit sooner when you're trading against the higher time frame trend, even if you're trading intraday. So a nice profitability if we could have those two trades in here. So that means that would be a 1 hour and that would be a 1.2. So this totally would be give you a 1.7 already here, because this is entry full R. So this would be a full R down, and this one gives you a 1.2. So that would be great. This almost gives you 2R then. For the same trade, actually, and even, we didn't even get to my TP1 then. So if this would TP1 be, you would get here in total, instead of 1.4, you would get 2.6 for the same trade by re-entering it actually and adding to your position if it goes correctly. I'll be right back. I need to go to the bottom for a second. So I'm back at the moment. Well, not much happened anyway, so we're almost now tapping that 5 minutes. These were equals, I believe. I can see here the high. Yeah, these are equal highs, so this will get swapped anyways. So if it taps this and then we come back below here, that would be a great entry. I do want this hourly to fall back down the next 12 minutes so we can come a bit up, but not too much. So if this candle was a tap here and this one came below that, that would have been actually a perfect entry. But yeah, it did not tap it. These are equal high, so it does not count. So this is no entry. For anybody that's in the Discord, I put a PDF on how to add to a trade. I'm gonna put a PDF soon up to how to add to a trade for 1 minute. If you actually trade the 1 minute, you can do it too. It's almost the same. I'm trading on Bybit, Maxi, and KuCoin. So Maxi I trade most leverage trades, spot trades I take most on Bybit and KuCoin. Leverage trades I trade a bit more on Maxi. It's no KYC related, so no tax related too. Not that I wouldn't. I do prefer to keep my profits a bit more for myself than I need to give to somebody else. So, but actually, I can't say this online. So I need to erase this part. So that's that tab now. So now I do want to see it in the next 15 minutes pull back down. So now if this candle closes below here, that would be perfect entry. Or second entry anyways. We do have a second tap up here. So give it a bit of patience. Oh, I mean here, this was still a second 5 minutes, so this one is now being tapped. I'll take this one off the screen. Yeah, if this first trade doesn't work out perfectly, we probably will get second entry at 9 o'clock. And that means that this one will get swept by 9 o'clock, and now we have actually a perfect entry to take an ILM back down. Same targets. Same on this 15-minute, like I said. When this 15-minute occurred and we took out actually the complete candle on a place where we swept some time-based liquidity, this is perfect ILM situation on a 15, so a 5-minute interaction. So, or it was in this candle, or in this candle, you could have taken a short from anyway. So this actually looks still very good. But I do want the next 5 to 7 minutes go a little bit more lower. The reason why is then otherwise this 1 hour would not look that great. But all we can do now is be patient. We've done what we could do. And if you're not pressing any buttons and you're just sitting in your trade, that's very good. You're learning. It's very fast then. And if you're not feeling comfortable watching your trades itself, I would recommend do it like this, like I do now. Put your screen on TradingView and watch it on TradingView. Oh, watch it somewhere where you're not seeing your P&L go up and down. It eases you in trades. It makes it more easy. Because otherwise your brain would love to protect yourself, and actually there's nothing to protect from. The only thing that it would protect you from is giving you not good profits by actually getting out in a profit too soon. So if we take profits and it runs, and you want to take profit here, and actually it runs all the way back to opening gap, say that it does this, what would you prefer more? To take profit here, or be patient until you have everything? It's not greed, it's just people that don't understand that if a trade goes correctly, and it does, where would you have more good feelings from? Or what would you have preferred a continuation and see what the market gives you and be patient, or immediately take profit here and done with it? This you need to fill in for yourself. I prefer to be patient and see what the market gives me, because if the market can give me a 4 and a second one that gave an entry, same, there's a 4.9 and 4.6. So this is an 8R then, with 2 trades, with a 1R risk. I would prefer the second one. The reason why is because everybody else does this. And do know, not many people make profits in trading, guys. Always remember this. And the only thing is because everybody thinks the same way. So we, as abnormal traders, or as people that want to join the group, is actually you need to think differently than the rest. You don't need to think like the 1% that makes it. No, you just need to think differently like all the rest does. That's all. It's easy. If you're new to trading and you get learned this immediately that way, you actually are ahead of the curve, because it is actually ourselves that sabotages ourselves. Because people want to see freedom in trading, out of trading, and actually, this is the most freedom job you actually have. You can choose your own times when you enter or go with it. You don't have a boss to tell you anything. You're your own boss, and you have to set your own rules too, because trading is rules, and once you have them, you get very profitable very soon. And also have a long-term vision. So if you don't have any cash laying around to survive off for the next 6 months, please don't start trading. You need to be able to at least have cash for yourself if you don't have an extra job. If you do have an activity besides trading and you still have an income, it's possible to do it. If not, I would recommend just to keep doing an activity until you have it, because it will take the mindset of the money that you need. And trading is one of the less easiest jobs in the world. To get me right. Once you get it, you'll never forget it. But the reason why is people are not taught how to self-master themselves. That's all. So that would be the second entry, of course, very soon. If we drop below this and we see a candle come all the way here, that would be a nice second entry. I do want to see it come to that low. So almost. If you entered it here, congratulations. Because this is the not easy part to enter. This is the easy part to enter. I do want to see a full body close under it, and then we can enter it. So that's about 2 more minutes in this 5 minutes. So I do want to see those 2 minutes close completely under it, and then we can enter it. Stops would be that high, this high. Same for this one. Stops would come then back to here. So this only has a very small stop left, and this would be a full R again. So this would be a bit more than an R then. Or make it until 1 R, so you have maybe a little bit less than an R inside. So this is about 9 points away. So say 9 points. 9.75. Make it 10. X2 is 20 points per contract. So that means if you still have about 4 points and 6 contracts, so you still have about $50 under it. So I would say about 4 contracts putting into it, maybe 3 extra. If you have a body close, we do need that body close. 2 minutes to open. So no body close yet. So our stops are still at the same place. So stop still here. Now that is a body close. If we can keep it here. It's a bit less, but yeah, this is what it is. 20 seconds. If we trade the higher time frame, we do need those closed candles, because this shows us that the market actually wants to continue the same direction. 4, 3, 2, 1. That's an entry. So I only had 2.5 contracts, so 3 contracts that I could put in to keep my full R. I am a little bit more patient now to move my stop completely to here. Let's mark it open. Give it a second. So I do want us to see a step at least is for value gap. If the next candle drops lower and we see a nice continuation, you can put your stop even at BE if you want to. There's no reason for us to come back up that high. So after this 3 minutes closes, but patient, you can put your stop here BE and this one at the same level then, so it loses a little bit of movement. We're now in this FVG, so I do want to see a strong push in it. So here's that push that I wanted to see. This is 1R, so a bit more than 1R you're now in and profits. So this would be the last small 5 minutes for value gap. Here I do want to see it push immediately through to, I don't want to see any pullbacks here. I want to see it fall off of it like a cliff actually. So I want to see there is nothing of resistance in here. If not, next target will be here, of course. So this would be your own choice what you do here. So this would be one, that's 2R here that you collected. So choose what you want. Want to take profit? It's your choice. I'm holding. I'll see it fall further. So that's first TP. So stops are now all the way here, both of them. This one is at entry for me already. I did take a little bit off here. If you close the trade completely, congratulations, you just made yourself 3R. And that for the same trade. Wasn't that easy? Hope you learned. So that was a nice quick trade for the day. And that's before 9. Oh, that was a nice session in London first time times. Doesn't always happen this quickly. Well, happy you did. So I still have some runners left. Next runners will be, of course, here. That's next TP for me. So this stop is actually below my entry already. This one is still not in profit completely, but it's okay. We just let it do its thing. If you close the trade completely, congratulations. You just made a nice trade for today. Get off the screens. Do some back testing if you want to learn this model. It's easy, actually. It's like a 15 minutes. Wait for a 5 minute to retap into it and just follow along. Time-based session has been swept, and we just saw retracement back to the lows. Hope you all understand this model. If not, please ask so I can explain. It was actually two things. So this was actually a very confirmation about two, three trades in each other to show us that it actually wanted to fall lower. Even if my brain told us that I prefer to go up first higher, that was a beautiful trade. So now again, if you want to add more to this trade, even if you have taken profits, we are creating new fair value gaps. So every new fair value gap that's being created is a new liquidity pool where we can actually get tapped into for the next 5 minutes and then see it rally back lower. This FVG here, right here, is a new entry model on itself. So that would be the 5-minute FVG. Again, we can take the short back when it taps here and then it falls below here. Your stop would be at the previous, at this wicks high, of course. And again, same target. The amounts that you make are constantly getting a little bit lower, but you get huge profits at the end, just because they're all target the same level. So you don't increase the target, you just keep it at the same level. The R collection becomes smaller in time, but the amount that you gather is actually huge. So first trade and second trade was this, what we entered. So for the complete collection, if you took it at 1 TP, look, this is your amount that you took out of it. So a 1.9 and a 1.3, so that's a 0.9, so that's 2.4. A good morning session, I say. But if you did not add to this trade, you actually only had 1.3. So This is why we add to winning trades, people. You get an extra R for the same target. So there is no extra risk in it, especially not if you've seen the candle body close below the retracement. This is 80% accurate. When it closes below this last movement up here, and you saw a body close below it, this actually showed us that it wanted to go lower. You just need to know then where to put your TPs. That's all. But if you watch the screen, if you watch my sessions long enough, you probably will figure it out just by watching it. So we'll probably be on for the next 11 to 20 minutes maximum. If you took some profits and you're in the Discord of me, put it in Wall of Gains. I always love to help people out and let people know that we are actually profitable trading sessions. But you can also put it in Playbit's Discord. Maybe Ty will recognize then also that we are still doing great jobs here. Do know, if you are the one that's now learning to add to trades, that you're an exception out of all the traders. Because here people would start trimming and we start adding at exactly the same position where the first person would trim. We did not have a third entry. It did not came back to the fair value gap, so no entry. We need the touch of an FEG, so this confirmates us after a small retracement that it still wants to continue lower. So that will be full TP very soon. Looks like it wants it. I'll probably take it already a little bit lower. If it taps it, I will trim a bit more, put all entries at base, and then let that last small piece run, because we still had a chance that we actually come to this daily gap. If we do tap to that daily gap, that's another from my TP. That's another 33 points with 2 to 4 contracts still in 2 sides. So that's still a nice amount that you can take here. So here we can watch too. So now what am I watching? So we are in 1 hour for value gap. This hourly did actually not enfungle the previous one. So, and in higher time frame, this was not an ILM to the downside yet. This low here is a protected low of this FEG to the upside. What do I mean by this if you don't understand? So we can actually tap the complete fair value gap. As long as this low is not being broken, that mean that this for value gap is still valid. We still have 46 minutes in this hourly candle, so we did tap some liquidity from this hourly here, but you saw a quite strong reaction back up. I would put all my stops. I put all my stops now here. I don't want to see it get tapped to this gap here. So stops are at 23,567. We can tap for value gap one more time. I don't want to see it come above here. It needs to fall immediately then. And if you want to reduce screen time, yeah, you just can close your trade here. We're still at my TP1, so. And the whole day is free for you guys. Enjoy. That was a quick trade for Monday morning. See, and actually this was the two models that I'm trading in my, that I will be trading in the course that I'll be giving over the bootcamp. If you want to join, Aaron, you're welcome. All will be recorded, so anybody that's not available to watch it, it will be recorded for afterwards. My wife will be your accountability partner. She will do everything she can to help out. She's very strict in things, so the reason why she is your accountability partner is she knows exactly what I know for trading, but she is better at keeping everything in order and making sure she responds much faster than I do sometimes. So she's good at all these things. So we're all good in one thing. I'm good in teaching and explaining stuff in an easy based or understandable way. Like if you watch ICT's, if you ever watched ICT before 2022 series, you actually know he's a good mentor, but he's a very bad teacher. Because if you have no experience whatsoever of trading, you actually don't understand shit what he says. Sorry for the language, but even my wife used to start with those, and she watched it, and she actually had to come back every day to me, asking me what did he actually say because I didn't understand it, and over and over again. We're with 14 in watching me. If you make some profits and you love me streaming and continue streaming this, give me a thumbs up. It's good for the channel. It gets me a bit further. And I appreciate. Only if you want to, of course. You will learn that I'm a very different trader than most of the humans trading. I like to let my runners run, and I like to take profit when it's needed. This was actually a beautiful movement. If we create a new for value gap out of this 15, so say that we do create a new one here, our stops can be then up here or just up here. We don't want to see it come back all the way to that high. It's not needed. So this was no entry, so this third one can be off the screen for this moment. So if we do create a for value gap, like I said, this one should be a 5 one coming out of it again. We can put all our stops at this entry where we actually entered. We don't want to see it come back to 2. So that it's a risk-free trade. And you can get off the screens immediately. Just put your TP fully, I would say, at that opening gap. If it wants to rally, it rally to that place. One more minute to see if we create an FVG out of this. Doesn't matter if it's a small one or not a small one. Just a little tiny one is more than enough. Look at this 15-minute candle. What a drop. So a little bit of retracement is okay. We are about 11 minutes in this new 15-minute candle, so we definitely can come back halfway of this candle. So halfway is more than a shot, plus there is another 5 minutes just above. So sadly, we did not create a new fair value gap out of this. So this is not valid. Thank you, watcher Willem. The reason why I like look, there is only one reason why people are not profitable in trading. First of all, they fear. They have fear of consistently doing the same boring shit over and over again. That's the only reason. There's nothing else holding you back becoming profitable. I'm 100% sure that most of you that even watching me that they already know most of the things I'm telling. It's just there's one thing that keeps them from doing it. It's themselves. Yep. Your worst enemy in trading is yourself. You're only trading yourself. You're not trading for anybody else. You're not trading with anybody else. You're trading with yourself all the time, always. And that is the less easiest part. So we do have one more value gap up here. So if we do and tap this, I do want to see a strong pushback. Otherwise, I'll end the trade when we get to my entry point. Like I said, we're still in this 5 minutes, so I'll give it until the last 3 minutes of this candle to see how it watches, how it reacts. Because, like I said, this was the 1 hour for value gap. This was that protected low, and we did not tap it yet. I do believe because this was a huge candle that we definitely will fall lower, but I still need to see it happen before I can tell it. And this 5 minute FEG here is very important for that. Because we do not have any 15 minutes for value gaps. Not at all. We had one here, but this one got filled up directly, and we saw us rally lower. I hope you understand what I said, that people are actually very close to getting profitable. The only thing is that they don't trust themselves. And the reason why you don't trust yourself is because you're fearful. That's all. It only has one thing to do with everything. So overtrading is being fearful. Not trusting your model or getting profit sooner is getting fearful that you don't trust it will go to your TP. It's again extending your stops, like getting them further away from your target, is again the same. You're fearful that you would give something to the market. it's all one thing. So we are conditioned to see fear in everything, and we need to get it out of the brain. If you want to be a profitable trader, you need to do this. It's very easy. How to do it even? It's just like I said, go backtest on this platform, TradeSeller app. I'll even send the code. This is the code you have to use. This is from one of my. I am also in Casper's group, so I know how he trades. Use this code, and you get a month for free. It's not my affiliate link; it's his, and it's not even on his Discord anymore. So it's one that I kept for myself for a long time. And if you want to do it, test this model. Actually, if you don't have a model, join my Discord. I'll give you a model. There are enough in here. Ask me. Look, I'll even send a link in here. If you are in there, congratulations. We will get far together. So this is the link for the Discord. And 3 is still free. Because if you have actually get the confidence and get that F out of your head. So I won't say the word fear anymore. So I will pronounce it as an F word because I don't want to say that word too many times. I know the vibrations of words and what they do to myself. Been meditating way too long for that, for not to know it. So how to get it out of your brain is actually getting confident or being trustful or having faith in what you do actually. So or you have fearful or you have faith. So the one that does not have faith is fearful. So if you have faith in what you do, that means that you have confidence in what you do. So it's all the same. These are all the same words. They just say it at a different level. That's all. Some resonate more with faith. Some resonate more with confidence. Some resonate with consistency. It's all the same. Consistency makes that you're having faith in what you do. So it all fits together. And the reason why we are not having faith in ourselves is because if you watch the news, it is all about fear. If you went to school, a normal regular school, it's all about fear. You have to listen to the one in front. You have to be quiet. You have to be silenced. So these things are conditioned in our brain from when we were very young. So to get it out of it, it's not easy, but it's possible. I've done it. So if I can do it, anybody can do it. It just takes some time. And the easiest part is by back testing, first of all, for at least 6 to 8 months, one strategy. So your brain can actually see it works. And you have to be honest. So don't back test with going back into time sessions. No, just do back testing 2 hours a day when you are actually, or 3 maximum hours of screen time when you're going to get on the screens, and then do that model over and over again every day for at least 6 to 8 months, like I said. Then you will have results for about 150, 200 traits. So if you have 200 traits result, then you know oh, that it works or doesn't work. It will be that simple. And you will also know if it's something for you, yes or no. Because if you see it's not profitable for you and other people are profitable for it, you know it's not for you. Find a new model, test it again until it works, until you feel confident in taking that model, of having faith in your model. And then just repeat it. And don't set an outcome that you want to have X amount of money in just 5 months or in 1 month or something like that. It doesn't work that way, trading. Trading can go good for 6 months, then it can go not good for another 2 months, and then it can go great again for the next 12, 15 months. So it's with up and down flows. So it goes like this, like waves. Same for Orb. This month it was almost nothing, and now it gave us in 2 sessions 6 hours. So the first session was 5 Fridays, and today's it was 6. So it gave us 11 hours in just a small amount of time. So even if the whole month was conservative and we took half risk constantly, and I knew that we needed to take half risk, we already made back everything in 2 trades. And then once you have tested your back testing and you have knowledge, put it beside you. Put every entry how you took it exactly the same in your model. Don't adjust it, take it exactly the same. And don't look at the outcomes. you know in those 200 trades you made X amount of profit, so that's the outcome that you will get again. What you give to the market, you get double back if you trust yourself and if you have faith in yourself, because it will test your faith. And this is how people actually stop. So I'm gonna give an example of like I used to by crypto trading too. So I gave about this year 16,000 to the market, something like that, and I gained about 150 out of it. So I could have said I stop trading after the first 5,000 that I gave to the market, but the next 5,000 I actually made three double off of it. So it was again okay, good. But if I quit it in those first 5k I gave to the market, then I would never have the gainings too. So you have to see it in steps. So what you give, you will get X amount of extra back. Just because I repeated the same model over and over again, I know it works. But sometimes the market does something different, and that's probability. This actually looks okay, this 15 minute. I did prefer to drop all the way down, but actually did not. We did make a 15-minute now FUG out of this. So I'll be online for the next 5 minutes more. If not, I'll end the stream. Same TP, so TP would be, full TP would be actually here. That would be the beginning of the opening gap at 23,504. Now we tapped it, almost at protected low. If we fall through it, if once it is broken, like now it's broken, so it's not more protected, that means that we definitely will go lower. So this was second TP at 23,537, TP2. Even though the model showed everything, we actually did not have that much luck for adding again. So because it did not actually came back up here, it just kept going. Well, that's good for us too, because we're in a trade already, but it's always nice to get an extra adding. So that's TP2. So choose what you can do here, or you can fully close the trades, because this was actually my first target for full TP. I just saw how big this 15-minute was, and it just looks like it wants to take something different out. So I'm gonna take this one away. It's not valid anymore. So now I would put everything back to entry. So this needs to be to entry, and this one too. So I'll all go to at least 23,560, your stops. This is what you may do now. If it comes back up here, so it's a risk-free trade now. So we can close the books. I'll stay 2 more minutes online if somebody has some questions. Otherwise, this will be it for me for today. One hour and 30 minutes. That's a nice amount of time to trade. Then I'm going to read my books again for a second. Still a recommender, please go read Best Loser Wins from Tom Hugard. This is actually the one where I learned how to add to my trades. Who of you would have taken this short without me too? Or who would take this without me? I want to ask. Hope my mic is still working because we're at 12 here and nobody seems to be responding. So a great trade, people. If you did not trim at all and you kept it to here, well, that's even better. That means that you have full trust in yourself, so that's great because you have then made at least. But that was a beautiful trade if you took all of this. That would have been a 1.7. Yeah, how you take profit? I'm just helping, so it's your way to take profit, of course. And that would have been a 2, so that would at least be 4R here that you collected already. We did sweep some liquidity now, so there ain't much targets left here. So the only target that I can see is now actually that opening gap. So again, if you enjoyed, give me a thumbs up, give me a like, and give me some comments. I always like to help if you have questions. Nice one. Love to see that you actually took it. So I wish you all a very great trading session left. So if I would definitely put everything at BE now, so I would not keep it higher. High and close below. The sweep and Q closed above. Enjoy your day. Yeah, same. Thank you for being here. See you all back, of course, tomorrow, same time. Oh no, wait, tomorrow not. Tomorrow I have lesson at 10 o'clock. So yeah, maybe we can do it for an hour. If we're lucky, we can do something. If not, I'll be giving teachings tomorrow morning. So we'll see if I can get here. Maybe an hour, maybe an hour and a half till 9:30 maximum. So I got another 30 minutes before I need to jump into the education. So see you all back here tomorrow then, maximum for an hour and a half. Have a great trading day. And if you made profit, get off the screens, please. Do yourself a favor.